Good morning. What position do you hold? So what am I talking about here? But you're going to find out at the end of the devotional here, so stay through to the end, and I'm going to get into it. My name is Heidi Cole. Each morning I read a short daily devotional to encourage you in God's truth and His Word. My heart is truly for that busy mom, busy woman who doesn't have time each day to turn her focal point back to God. I've been there. So I'm going to get into it, and then at the end we'll explain your positioning. Wear my robe of righteousness with ease. I custom made it for you to cover you from head to toe. The price I paid for this covering was astronomical. My own blood. You could never purchase a royal garment, no matter how hard you worked. Sometimes you forget that my righteousness is a gift, and you feel ill at ease in your regal robe. I weep when I see this squirming under the velvety fabric as if it were made of scratchy sackcloth. I want you to trust me enough to realize your privileged position in my kingdom. Relax in your luxuriant folds of your magnificent robe. Keep your eyes on me as you practice walking in this garment of righteousness. When your behavior is unfitting for one in my kingdom, do not try to throw off your royal robe. Instead, throw off the unrighteous behavior. Then you will be able to feel at ease in his glorious garment, enjoying the gift I fashioned for you before the foundation of the world. So Isaiah 61:10, I delight greatly in the Lord. My soul rejoices in my God. For he hath clothed me with garments of salvation and arrayed me in the robe of righteousness. As a bridegroom adorns his head like a priest, and the bride adorns herself with jewels. In 2 Corinthians 5:21, he made him who knew no sin to be sin on our behalf, so that we might become the righteousness of God in him. In Ephesians 4:22 through 24, that in reference to your former manner of life, ye lay aside the old self, which is being corrupted in accordance with the lust of deceit, and that he may be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and put on the new self, which in the likeness of God has been created in righteousness and holiness of the truth. So what is your position? It's saying here that we are clothed in a robe of righteousness, and the price that God paid for that was astronomical. It was his blood that he had to pour out, and we had nothing to do with this gift. And I love how it says here, he wants us to trust God enough to realize your privileged position in his kingdom. So that's what we're talking about, the privileged position that he has given us because of this robe of righteousness that he has given us. And we are told to keep our eyes on him as we practice walking in the garment of righteousness. And I love how it talks about when we have that unfit behavior, we are not to just throw off the robe of righteousness, but we are to change the behavior. And I mean, don't we all struggle with that? Is, living the righteous life and throwing off the unfit behavior. But sorry, I got a little behind. Anyway, we're going to throw off that. We're going to enjoy the gift of his righteousness, and God created that before the foundation of the earth, and that was his plan. So we are then given that privileged position in his kingdom because of this robe of righteousness that he gave us that we could not buy. So I hope that you have found value in this, and if you have, then share it with someone you know. And if there's anything I can pray for you, please DM me. I'd love to be praying for you. Thanks. Have a blessed day.